Hey guys, welcome back to our page. Here's part 2 of mastering your macros. So last week in Trainer Tip Tuesday, we talked about 3 different body types. Please go back and refer to part 1 so you completely understand as we go through this process. There's an ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph with the 3 different body types. Each of these body types has a different macronutrient profile breakdown, so their protein, carbs, and fat percentages are going to be different for each of the body types. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an example and break down one of these body types. So let's take an endomorph, for example. Let's say I have an endomorph body type, and my overall goal is I want to just lose weight. You guys, I underlined weight for a reason, and I didn't write fat for a reason either. Remember, this is just the nutrition portion of your journey, so please make sure that you're also getting in your resistance training and the rest of your program to meet your overall goals. So in endomorph, we know that we need 35% protein, we need 25% carbs, and 40% fat. Again, these are just the starting macronutrients, and they will adjust as your body changes throughout your program. Okay, so let's do some calculations here. Each macronutrient has a certain amount of calories per gram. So protein and carb both contain 4 calories per gram. And then fat is a little bit higher with 9 calories per gram. So you need to know that when you're doing your calculation. So let's just take, for example, and I'm giving you a hypothetical example, you can enter in your own numbers when you're going through these calculations. Let's say I weigh 145 pounds. And my activity level is moderate. Again, go back to part 1 for the activity level. So I'm going to do 145 pounds times 11. And that gives me 1595. This is going to be my calories per day. So 1,595 calories per day. So we're going to break down the calories and the grams for each, the protein, carb, and fat. Let's start with the protein. So we know we need 35%. So we're going to multiply that 1595 calories by 35%, and that gives me 558 approximately calories per day coming from my protein. All right, and then I think this is where a lot of people get hung up. You take those calories, 558, and then you divide it by 4. Remember, protein has 4 calories per gram. That's going to give me that 139 grams of protein. So I want you guys to notice how each of the gram calculations is a point something or other. Like the protein is 139.56. You do not have to stick exactly to that 0.56. I would round this to 140. So let's go ahead and finish up the rest of the calculations for the carbs and the fat, and then we'll wrap this all up together. And that's basically it, guys. So 145 pounds, I would be eating about 1595 calories a day with 140 grams from protein, about 100 grams from carbs, and about 71 grams from fat. If you haven't already, go ahead and review part 1 of Mastering Your Macros, then go through part 2, and then stay tuned for next week. In part 3, I'm going to teach you how to use MyFitnessPal as a tool to track these macronutrients.